Welcome to Infield Fly, everybody's favorite podcast from the 303 Network. Even though there are a lot of good podcasts, we stand above the rest. Shohei Ohtani, if you will. There's a lot of
Shohei Ohtani of podcasts.
Yeah. Of a lot of good ones, but, some rise above the rest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jonah White. That's Tommy Hodgkins, all alone once again today. We've scared off all of our other prospective guests, but we still have a lot to talk about, don't we?
Yes, we do. A lot to talk about, and this might be like our penultimate episode or something like that.
I don't like to think about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, a lot to talk about. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with some congratulations that I believe is in order. I have a couple of congratulations that are in order. One is to David Stearns and Steve Cohen for putting together a roster. Yeah, we've spent a lot of time criticizing them, but credit where credit's due. I want to congratulate them on constructing strategically a roster that was good enough to win the Infield Fly World Series.
The third Infield Fly World Series.
That's right.
Yeah.
But incredible. Maybe they'll hang the banner next to the 2024 NLCS participation.
Yeah.
And the 2015 World Series participation and the 2006 participation in the NLCS. And anyway, now we have the Infield Fly World Series. Congratulations to David Stearns, our venerable GM, and of course Steve Cohen of .72 asset management. Well done.
Well done to them for winning the third World Series. I think that's they're 4-4 against the Nats this season now. I'm trying to see when the next. Oh, and then we finished the season with the rubber series, if you will, at Nats Park.
Oh, is this true? I lost track of what happened of the total running score.
Yeah, it's 4-4 now.
Wow. So it's the rubber. Yeah. So it's a 3-game series.
3-game series at DC for all the marbles.
For all the marbles.
We might have to make a huge bet on that or something.
Yeah. That's going to be very, very exciting. Very, very exciting times.
And the last weekend of the season too. It'll be probably the most important series of that weekend throughout the league.
I think that it probably will be. Whether other people are going to decide, who gets to be eliminated by the first round of the playoffs, and we're going to see who gets to hang the banner. Yeah, of course.
Right. Of the season-long World Series, the Fly World Series.
Anyway, and a second congratulations to our colleague, as first reported by the New York Post, our colleague Brock Morgan on getting a job. After 223 attempts, I believe. That would be, I'm not the best at math, but that would be about a batting average of 0.004.
Okay.
But should be about only 140 points below the batting average of Jorge Polanco.
There you go.
So, congratulations.
It's all about getting on base that one time.
That's right. Congratulations to our colleague Brock Morgan, who'll be an anchor at Huntsville, Alabama. So we'll have to be tuning into that.
We will.
Lots of congratulations around these times.
Lots.
Yeah.
You ever been to Huntsville?
I've never been to Huntsville, Alabama, but I knew somebody from Huntsville, Alabama. I think they have
really.
Yeah. Wow. They have a some sort of rocket launcher, space station situation there. Very cool.
And they have the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Rocket City? Makes sense.
Yeah, AA affiliate of Kyle Musarino's Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Wow, we have connections all over the place. What do they call them? Medill Mafia. How about that? Here we are.
There we go. We'll have to tune in on the Trash Pandas.
Yes. I think that's a good idea.
All right. Anything else on that World Series? I don't know. I have nothing to say.
Well, we do have to talk about Robert Stock a little bit, I think.
How did he do?
I think he pitched like 4 1/3 scoreless innings. Yeah. So he was on the way to becoming an Infield Fly Hall of Famer.
I know.
But our wonderful Aura manager, Andy Green.
Didn't have the guts.
If our generic white guy was a manager of a baseball team, that's what we got. So he decided to take him out of the game. Wouldn't have been me.
Yeah. I don't think Andy Green knew what was at stake.
I don't think he knew.
He didn't know a Hall of Fame spot was at stake.
Yeah, the big interim guy.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Robert Stock,
interim manager of the. Shout out to all interim managers.
Yeah,
what a job that must be.
I know. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Robert Stock. I don't really remember what else happened in the series, but I do remember that the Mets won all the games.
Yeah,
so, very, very exciting.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We'll see you in September.
That's right.
End of September. Yeah, we can move on in the next thing.
Yeah, okay.
How about Joshua Báez?
Yes, very cool.
I feel like that's the headline of the week.
That is, yeah.
That's
I think the
so cool. First player ever, I believe, to hit 3 home runs in his first 3 career at bats. He did it at Wrigley Field for the Cardinals against the rival Cubs. His family was in the crowd. That first one was like a bomb. So yeah, that was a really cool moment. Just to see him. I'll be honest, I wasn't familiar with Joshua Báez before he debuted.
I'm familiar with Javi Báez.
Yeah, Javi Báez, who the Mets traded PCA for.
More on that a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. That was really cool. Really cool moment.
Very cool moment. It's just impressive. I like when, you get a little bit of unexpected heroism.
Mm-hmm.
Just somebody comes out of the woodwork to something like that. I think he hit one of them was on his first pitch.
Yeah.
Definitely worth a shout out. Apparently, Hank Aaron never had a 3 home run game.
Wow. Yeah. That's a good stat. I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah. So yeah, very, very exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where were we? Ketel Marte.
Oh, here we go.
Where weren't we? At the ballpark. In that case.
Yeah, I've got the Diamondbacks jersey on today.
Yes, unlike Ketel Marte.
Unlike Ketel, I've already done more. I've shown up. Ketel Marte yesterday placed on the restricted list after not showing up for the game. He was in the lineup and didn't show up.
Apparently they held the lineup until 15 minutes before the game.
Interesting.
I don't think that's allowed. It'd be annoying as a broadcaster.
Yeah, that would be. Or as an umpire.
Yeah.
But Torey Lovello said after the game he was dealing with a personal issue, but refused to go deeper into it. So it's just a strange situation.
It's like when they say on the train that they're delayed because of signal clearance.
Yeah, right. So yeah,
not a lot of information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, let's see. I'm seeing this report here. This is not. I'm not gonna say this because I know it's probably fake news.
Oh. Why? What's the source?
I had some random Instagram account saying he was reportedly seen at the team hotel bar around 11 p.m. last night.
That seems.
But
I'm not sure.
So wasn't it last year after the All-Star break? He was like not showing up to practices and stuff. This is like not a first time thing for him. I think he was placed on the restricted list last year too. And then that's when, Geraldo Perdomo had to talk to the media and be like, stop asking us about this. Like, we're frustrated with it, but we don't want to talk about it. So yeah, this is like a repeating issue. What?
Stick to sports is what he said.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, no, it is. I mean, has he been beamed a lot in his career?
I doubt it.
That's just more of a football player thing.
Yeah.
Like the whole situation goes sideways.
Right. Yeah. That's something you would expect in the NFL, but not.
And he's also not known for like other issues, I don't believe.
Yeah.
But it is concerning. I mean, it's kind of, it's concerning certainly as a Diamondbacks fan.
Yeah. Right.
But just in general, I think he's one of the better players in the league for some time, and
right.
It just doesn't make that much sense, does it?
No, it doesn't. And he's under contract until 2030. So I don't know. I don't know. He's such a good ball player, and like it's tough to see him not show up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's It is unfortunate. I mean, I guess I'm not sure. I assume we'll get more information. Maybe if he plays this evening or not.
Yeah.
Look, I've been to the Encore Casino in Boston.
Yeah.
It's, you can get lost in there.
It's a big one?
Yeah.
It's a big casino?
It's a big casino.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think he was at the $25 minimum table like me. If that's where he was. We don't know.
Yeah, right.
But it's there's a lot to do in Boston. Maybe he got caught up on the historic.
Maybe he was on the Freedom Trail.
Yeah. So who knows?
Can't blame someone for wanting to explore the Freedom Trail.
Yeah, beautiful city of Boston. New England fall foliage is almost in season.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, well, that'd be intriguing. Certainly something. I think one of the first things that everyone will be looking at tonight is what happens to Ketel Marte, because they can't. They could say personal reasons all they want, but
right.
Either he shows up tonight or he doesn't.
Or he doesn't. Yeah. It's also just such a tough time to do it too, because the Diamondbacks are like in the wild card hunt right now. They're a game back of the third wild card spot, so they need Marte to be there for this playoff run. So yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation all around.
Yeah, it certainly is. So best of luck to him. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Talk about players that are on the up and up.
Okay.
Switch gears.
Yeah.
Pete Alonso. A rough start to
your
his
former
season,
guy.
Tommy. It was everyone's fan favorite on and off the field. Certainly, certain people didn't think he was worth keeping around. Thought he was worth replacing with a 140 hitter instead. But turns out maybe not the best idea. Pete Alonso, 3.5 WAR apparently this season. 28 home runs in 125 games.
Wow.
I mean, OPS of 857, plays every day. That's something that that people do talk about, but it's still underappreciated.
Yeah.
Plays every day, and just an incredible player. You'd want him on your team. You'd figure if you had him on your team, you'd keep him on your team if you had the money to do so, and you weren't a total... All right, we're not going to go there. But, love to see Pete doing well, and love to see the Orioles, owners of the best ballpark in baseball, making a little bit of a push.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the Orioles are tied for the third wild card spot in the American League. Let's see here. They're tied with the Texas Rangers and the Detroit Tigers.
At 61 and 64.
Yeah, at 3 games under 500.
The Orioles probably, have Pete Alonso. I mean, they traded Adley Rutschman. I guess all of those teams would have been sellers at the deadline. But still, Pete Alonso is probably the best player in any of those teams at this point.
For sure. With Skubal gone.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Tigers have mailed it in. Rangers were never good. The Orioles, I don't know, people thought they were supposed to be decent this season. Maybe they are.
And then it's such an interesting race, because then you got the 3 teams in the wild card spot, and then you got the Twins and the Blue Jays half a game back, the Guardians a game back, and the Mariners 2 games back. Which, I mean, you talking about like on paper, I would say that you would think that like the Mariners or the Guardians would be the best team on paper out of all these. But like just a bunch of teams in the American League that just haven't put it together, that are just hovering like at like poor to mediocre, and somehow like in the playoff race because no one else in the AL is good.
But it is true. I mean, you get into the playoff race, there's a decent chance that of the 3 teams you play on the way to the World Series, 2 of them aren't very good.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's 3 good teams in the AL. I think you would.
Yeah.
I give the White Sox some love, but even still,
you got the 3.
How many teams
East
that you'd be scared of, even if you sneak in as the worst playoff team of all time?
Right.
But it'd be very interesting, and it does. We talked about it. I've complained about it in the past, the increased interleague play. And the result of it is that you see, it's not that the quality of I'm sure there have been plenty of other seasons in which one of the leagues has been way better than the other one, but now that's reflected in the standings because they play each other so much.
Mm-hmm. So the records actually reflect the quality of the team.
Yes, and
which is what we want.
Under 500 team in the playoffs.
Yeah, because they're not good.
Well, Anyway, I think if you finish 80 and 82, you should get replaced by the next best team.
Yeah, you get like the Marlins in there.
Yeah,
that'd be cool. The Marlins get like step over into the American League playoffs.
Yeah,
and play like the Red Sox.
Or maybe it's the highest payroll team that didn't make the playoffs. Give them a second chance.
No, that's relegation. That's relegation.
All right. So what do we got?
We got the Crosstown Classic this week.
Classic,
featuring
many former Mets.
So
many former Mets.
I was walking home through Wrigleyville yesterday around like 4 or 5 o'clock. I think it was 5 o'clock. Or maybe like 4:30. Not that it doesn't matter. But I'm like, yeah, just like I get off the train at Addison, and it's like a pretty full train of baseball fans. I get off the train and immediately like the platform's chanting "Let's go White Sox." I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like a war zone in Wrigleyville this week. And
White Sox bring the aura.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And but I don't know if you were following the game last night, but it was electric.
I did. I actually was toward the very end of the game. Yeah, the like 8th, 9th, and 10th inning. It was. I mean, it was electric. Yeah. I think the whole game was electric.
Right.
But yeah, very exciting. What I didn't understand was Huáscar Brazoban warming up in the bullpen at the 9th inning, and he didn't get into the game.
That's. Yeah, mistake by Will Venable there.
I guess they wanted to bring in a lefty, Hagen, whatever his name
is. Hagen Smith. I remember when he was on Texas A&M.
In the big leagues. Whatever it is, Will Venable, I hope he learns between now and the playoffs.
Was he Mississippi State?
Huáscar Brazoban. I don't think Huáscar Brazoban was Mississippi
Arkansas.
State. Yeah, he's got to realize that Huáscar Brazoban is not a high-leverage reliever. He is an elite reliever.
Yeah.
And if he put him in the 9th instead of Jordan Hicks, probably would have had a different result. Anyway, they got time to figure that out, but I think that it's about time we do a little bit of meritocracy in the bullpen.
Yeah.
And you decide to put the pitcher that's been the best pitcher in the highest leverage situations. I think Huáscar, he's been, he's a middle reliever and opener. Finally, by default, he kind of moved up in the Mets. But let's face it, he's there. They got to take advantage of the man.
Yeah. It's also just a great series because, I don't know, the last time, like, these two teams were, like, it's such in the thick of a playoff chase. Because, I mean, the White Sox rarely are. And then to have both teams, like, White Sox in first place in their division, Cubs one of the best teams in the majors. It's the stakes are higher than you can imagine it. Like in the last, I don't even know how many decades.
And there's only even the other rivalries. There's It's only like the same Crosstown Classic of the Subway Series. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. It's different than Dodgers Giants or Yankees Red Sox because it's just of a different character.
Yeah.
And the Mets and it's a little bit. There's something a little more wholesome about the Crosstown Classic than the Subway Series.
Yeah.
Because Subway Series is filled with, speaking for myself.
Yeah.
True hatred.
Yeah.
I think it's a little bit more of a friendly rivalry, So they had lots of images of like couples going in different jerseys. Like, I don't know if that would work as much. I'm sure there's some, but they're probably not real fans. But, it's I don't know, me and my friends that are Yankee fans, I don't think we could go to the Subway Series together.
Oh yeah.
I could, but they couldn't handle it.
Yeah. That's another thing I noticed when I was walking around before the game. There were a lot of like groups of friends or like two friends that were mixed fandom. I thought that was pretty cool.
I will say, for the record, I could do it. I'm a friendly guy. I know how to lose. Yankee fans couldn't handle it.
Okay, yeah.
I'd be afraid that if the Mets win, I would lose my friends because I'd be happy and they'd be crying.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
Craig Counsell said, someone pointed out this is the biggest series since 1906, per Craig Counsell, which is when they two teams played in the World Series.
Counsell is a traitor, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Hate to see that.
He's like the Bryce Harper of the managerial world.
Yeah,
he's like going to the rival for money.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pete Crow-Armstrong led off the game with a home run. First pitch of the game, or first pitch of the game for the White Sox.
Right.
And then last pitch of the game, Pete Crow-Armstrong walk-off home run. And He's reached 30-30 again. And I don't know. He's really cementing his case for MVP. It's like it's getting hard to deny at this point.
I got a text from a friend this morning. PCA is the MVP favorite now, but I don't care because we got half a season of Javi Báez. And that's how I feel.
Yeah. Close enough in name to Joshua Báez.
Right.
So you can somewhat take pride in Joshua Báez.
That's right. Absolutely.
And you gave up PCA for that.
And just go back to the fact that you got Luis Angel Acuna, Huáscar Brazaban, Tyrone Taylor, Clay Holmes. I think they still have Michael Conforto, I hope.
Yeah.
PCA, kind of.
You can count that.
I mean, you could. It's basically the Mets. It's
the Mets series, pretty much.
And shout out to Andrew Benintendi.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, what a journeyman, Andrew Benintendi.
Yeah, kind of the Javi Báez of the White Sox.
Do you remember when Javi Báez and Lindor were like giving the thumbs down to the fans?
Of course, I remember that.
that was a moment in history.
That's what I'm saying. It was unforgettable 2 months.
Yeah. Thumbs downing the fans. And you gave up Pete Crow-Armstrong.
Yeah.
The MVP front runner.
Miss those days.
Yeah. I'm excited for the next 2 games. I'm not excited to be in the neighborhood, but I'll try to.
And for the White Sox perspective, it's just a warm up for the main event this weekend.
What's that?
Guess who's coming to town?
Oh, the Mets are coming to town.
That's right.
Mets at Wright Field. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah.
That's going to be, we'll have plenty to talk about on the next episode. I don't even want to think about it. Maybe the last episode, but we'll have lots of,
that'll be a doozy.
It'll be, absolutely.
We'll give it our all.
A very hot Mets team, by the way, 10-3 in their last,
wow.
How about that? Get within 12 games of 500.
Wow.
Yeah, so that Crosstown Classic I love. Oh, you know what else I love before we get to what I hate about baseball?
Sure.
When you just need like just a base hit to get a walk off, but it's a home run instead.
Yeah. Oh, I love that too. Yeah. It's so electric.
Yeah.
That's a good take.
What you know what I hate about baseball?
What do you hate about?
Is when somebody is throwing wild. And there's 2 runners on base. And whatever the situation is, this happened in the White Sox game, the 9th inning yesterday. It was Jordan Hicks. And he shouldn't throw a strike. He walked the last guy, or 2 of the last 3 guys, and then they issued an intentional walk to load the bases. Yeah. I hate that.
This was man on first and second?
I think it was first and third.
First and third, and they walked.
So it was 1 out, first and third, if I'm remembering correctly. And they walked a guy, I think, it was, I don't remember who. It was a favorable hitter or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But I hate it because walks happen all the time, especially when the pitcher can't throw a strike in the first place.
Yeah.
I hate that.
This seems like a very specific situation that you're talking about.
It happens though, and I hate it because the idea is that the advantage you gain from the intentional walk is you get a double play, you face an inferior batter, you get the lefty-righty matchup. In my mind, if you're just playing to not give up 1 run, which you have to be in order to intentionally walk somebody,
right.
If you're just going to not give up 1 run, all of that I think is offset by the possibility of walking in the winning run.
Now I see what you're talking about.
That the hitter knows that you need to throw a strike. I just don't think, I don't know what the spreadsheets and stuff say or whatever.
You risk a walk-off walk.
Yes, and then the hitter knows that as well. So I just think whatever advantage you're going to get is immediately offset. It's different if the pitcher is throwing strikes, I guess, but But I just hate that.
Yeah, I can see that.
You'll see it again this season. Like it's not that rare,
right?
Because it's situations where you have an intentional walk late in the game, and if the pitcher's not been throwing strikes, they do it all the time, and it's just like
maybe you should be a manager.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
that has more aura than Andy Green.
Are you sure about that?
Like most people would.
Yeah. I was gonna say, did you see they announced who's gonna be playing in next year's Field of Dreams game?
No, I didn't. Is it the Mets?
It's not the Mets.
Oh,
It'll
why do I
be
care?
the Kansas City Royals and the Boston Red Sox.
Why?
So
That's kind of random.
I don't know. I didn't choose that.
What a rivalry. I mean, what?
Well, they're not rivalries usually. I don't know. But I was also listening to the Just Baseball podcast. They were talking about the Field of Dreams game, and they kind of talked about what we were talking about with like the specialty games. And I forgot that they had like the speed, like the car speedway game with the Reds and the Braves.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and they were saying like if you have 3 specialty games a year, it has to be, what's the Alabama stadium called?
Rickwood Field.
Rickwood. It has to be Rickwood. It has to be Dyersville, and it has to be Williamsport. If you have 3 a year. That's what they're saying. And I definitely agreed with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind, like, experimenting or whatever. The race car thing, it's not necessarily me, but it's not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
As long as, they'll have the race cars crash into each other while the game's going on. I'm a supporter.
Yeah.
I think they should have the Prospect Park game, personally. And where I grew up, Field 3, Prospect Park, they need to resurface it a little bit, and they would have to get the balls that go in. They have to build a fence in front of the dog park, but
how far would that fence be?
In front of you have to hit it pretty far, but the problem is the center fielders
more
would
than
never.
300.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You have to the ball would roll in. You have to hit it pretty well to do that. But I think Ohtani could.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Anyway, that's my proposed Field of Dreams game. All right, I've got a Hall of Fame nomination. Unless we've got something else in the meantime.
I don't.
Oh, we're going to talk about the strike. Lockout, whatever. Let's talk about it.
We could
get into that. Then we'll go. Just keep in suspense. Don't go anywhere. Hall of Fame nomination is coming up.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
I don't know. You start.
Well, there might be a lockout in the. I don't know if you heard in next season.
Oh, really?
And let's see. Well, I guess the question is. Well, I guess I don't know. We're not really in a position to say with authority, but who would you blame? Mm-hmm. And what do you think should happen? What do you think the resolution should be in terms of the issues, namely salary cap, but there's other related ones as well.
This might be naive of me, but I always take like a pretty simple stance on these kind of things.
Simple man.
Yeah, I'm always thinking I am on the player's side and not the owner's side, just because I don't want to be on the side of billionaires.
On the side
of millionaires instead. But because I think the owners are going to be the ones pushing the salary cap, because they don't want to spend, or they want to limit the spending that of their pockets, out of their pockets. And so I think that. Yeah, I don't know. I personally would just be blaming the owners for wanting to implement a salary cap, and I also personally am anti-salary cap in baseball. So that's I don't know. That's kind of because I don't think
Nats to get a $400 million payroll.
No, I think that it's unnecessary. I think that there's already a competitive balance in baseball. You see the Mets spending all this money just to not make the playoffs 2 years in a row.
We have certain people in charge, so
yeah. I mean, well, it's an example of spending a heinous amount of money. You can't buy a playoff berth, or you can't buy a World Series.
Not if you're buy Jorge Polanco.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I think. I think that and also a salary cap would also it would limit the flexibility that players have in the market. But yeah, I don't know. That's what I think.
Well, so I guess you've answered one of the other questions I was going to say, which is the competitive balance issue. You don't think there's a competitive balance issue?
Not really. I think it's overblown. I think it's way overblown.
I think it would be big. I think it would be less of an issue if Isaiah Kiner Falefa.
Yeah, that's true.
Paying attention.
That is true.
That's what I think.
Let's see. The Mets are spending more this year than the Dodgers, actually.
Yes, but the Mets are paying Bo Bichette, Marcus Semien, Jorge Polanco,
but they're
Freddie
paying
Peralta, and Luis Robert Jr.
Exactly, but they're paying more than the Dodgers.
Fab Five.
Yeah. The Blue Jays have the 5th highest payroll. They're probably not going to make playoffs.
I mean, I get the Dodgers are well run. And apparently they've got the best minor league system, which is kind of upsetting.
Yeah.
To think about, I don't know. What if the Dodgers win the World Series this year? Would that change your mind?
It might. I think it might just overblow the issue more, though. I don't know. It would
if
change
they win it next year too? How many times in a row do they have to win it for you to
Probably 13. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe if they win 27 in a row, then I'll. No, I'm just kidding. I get what you mean. I think if they win this year, I probably will. Like, my needle will be moved a little bit more. But
the owners would like that. It would strengthen the case for a salary cap.
Definitely. Exactly. That's why I don't want another reason why I don't want the Dodgers to win. Another reason why I don't want the Dodgers to win. But I think I don't know.
I think that competitive balance is a problem. And not necessarily from the top, but more from the bottom. Now the Mets are at the top money-wise, even if they're at the bottom standings-wise, and general manager-wise. But I think that I've tried to make this point is that you have a team like the Orioles that were so bad for so long, got some number one picks, as like Adley Rutschman and a lot of other good players, prospects, turned it into a really good team for 1 year, and now they're over the hill, and now that's maybe they'll sneak into the playoffs, but it seems like that's that. And you have other teams like the Rockies and the Pirates and the Royals and the A's. The A's is kind of on purpose, but the Angels that are just not like they're just like there's like basically there's 22, 23 teams in MLB and there's 7 that are just filling it out. And like I think that a salary floor would be a good thing. It would come with a salary cap. And I'm not that sympathetic to the likes of Bryce Harper and that he's not and Kyle Tucker, that they're not getting enough money. I'm more sympathetic to the players at the bottom, to players that would be making a major league minimum. I think I would have no problem. I think that maybe that's what needs to be addressed. That raise the major league minimum. Make each team sign 1 or 2 mid-tier free agents a season, so that they can be a little bit more competitive. I think that a salary floor is a good idea. It would probably come with the salary cap. And I don't really understand why that can't be that can't be negotiated to. If you just fix the numbers.
I think I'm in favor of a floor.
Maybe I'm a little bit naive as well.
We're not economists here or negotiators or anything, but I think that I agree that a salary floor would be good, but I would take neither over both, neither salary cap nor salary floor over both.
I think both is I think both make sense. I mean, I guess it would be kind of sad because the Mets' window to win a World Series best window was when they're spending a lot of money.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Aren't, but. Well, we know how that went.
Yeah.
I think, but my overall thought, this is not particularly original, is they can't miss games. It just can't.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think I think that missing games is going to be what forces the owners to compromise with the players.
You think that's the direction it would go?
I think though, because the owners need the revenue from the games, right? Because the players still get paid, but do they still get paid?
No, everything is prorated.
Well, I would say because
he doesn't believe me.
What was I gonna say?
You're saying that the owners want a
because it depreciates their investment if the games aren't played. I don't.
Yeah, but the owners have more money than the players to begin with.
That's true.
Like there's probably players on I don't know, major league minimum or whatever that actually like want their money, and other players that still want their money. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it can't happen. Like I hope it doesn't happen. In my heart, I don't believe it will happen. Like I don't think games are gonna be missed. That's just gut instinct or whatever. but it can't happen. It's a little bit scary to think that happened and what it would do to the game after years of good things.
Right.
Despite the best efforts of certain commissioners and owners and general managers, after years of legitimate growth and the World Baseball Classic and everything, to miss games, it just can't happen.
Yeah. It's I think maybe Manfred will be the one, like, we can't miss games. Well, he might not be smart enough to think that, but
what do you think?
that would be the worst thing for the sport.
Like, I love soccer. I do. I was very into the World Cup, but I don't need soccer to overtake baseball.
Yeah, right.
And that would be how it would happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That's it's definitely worth touching on. Obviously, worth keeping in mind. I just hope we don't miss games, and I do think that. And interesting. I think that is one of the interesting talking points. We can have opinions on is whether competitive balance is a problem, and I think it is. I think the Mets should be forced to spend even more money. All right, I have a. Let's do Stump Tommy and then a Hall of Fame nomination. All right. So it's related. So there's 5 members of the Infield Fly Hall of Fame. I hope you remember who they are. Between those 5, 4 of them have played for the Mets and the Nationals. All 4 of the same ones.
Yep.
One exception. This is very deserved.
Yes.
So I just after much research and writing it down, I've discovered that between the 5, no player has played for 3 other teams. Sorry. No, check that. I'm misphrasing. There's no team that's represented 3 times amongst 5
players. Okay.
But there are 4 teams that are represented 2 times.
Oh my God.
Among those players. So the question is, which 4 teams are represented have been represented by 2 different players in the Infield Fly Hall of Fame other than the Mets and the Nationals? Does that make sense?
Okay, so there's 2 teams that I need to get.
There's 4 teams that you need to get. And each of the 4 teams.
The Mets and the Nats. So there's Mets and Nats are not within the 4. Oh wow.
6, and I gave you 2. Mets and Nats.
Yeah.
So all right. So here's the rules that Here's the rules. So you need to get.
Can I write down the players?
You can write down the players, but you can't cheat.
I'm not cheating. I'm writing down the players.
Don't cheat at bar trivia. It's like bar trivia.
Yeah.
All right. So you can write down the players. So I need you to come up with which other 4 teams have been represented by 2 different players.
Okay.
And I'm not sure I can't really figure out how hard this question is. I think it's pretty hard.
I think it's pretty hard.
So I'm going to give you...
I don't know Dickie Lovelady's resume.
5 guesses.
Okay.
To get...
4.
4? That seems pretty hard. Let's get 3.
Oh. Okay. 5 guesses to get 3. Yeah. I have Daniel Murphy, Stephen Kwan, Dickie Lovelady, Jerry Blevins, Wilson Ramos. Yeah. Stephen Kwan's played for 1 team. I don't remember any other teams that Murphy played for, or Lovelady, or Blevins.
Pretty hard question.
I know Ramos played for Tampa. Is Tampa Bay one of them?
It is.
Let's go. Thank you.
Dickie Lovelady. Many teams Dickie Lovelady played for.
I'm sure a lot of these are just Lovelady and Blevins.
And Wilson Ramos.
Okay. So 4 guesses to get 2 more.
That's right.
Thanks. Oh, I got it right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just going to go Cleveland just because I know Stephen Kwan played for them.
Apparently, Wilson Ramos also played for Cleveland. Now I'm scared. Oh, wow. This is as close as...
Those were the 2 easiest ones because I know Stephen Kwan, obviously, was Cleveland. And I know Wilson Ramos was Tampa.
And there are 2 other possibilities.
Okay.
And I'm not going to give you a hint.
Yeah. I'm going to go, I know Jerry Blevins was an Athletic. Maybe Lovelady was as well. I'm going to go Athletics.
Wow. That's incredible. So that's the first time that Tommy hasn't been stumped, but now let's see if you can go 4 for 4. It was those 2. It was Dickie and Jerry Blevins.
There we go. 1 more. Okay. This is just for bonus points.
Yeah, I made it too easy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that was just good deductive reasoning by me because I just went with the teams that I know that they played for because I don't know. Okay.
Remember, so it's just for our audience. It's Richard Lovelady, Jerry Blevins,
Wilson Ramos, Daniel Murphy, and Stephen Kwan.
Right.
Those are the Fab Five.
Those are the five members, current members of the Infield Fly. I might be about to change of the Infield Fly Hall of Fame.
I don't really know. I'm just gonna throw a guess out there. I'll go Pittsburgh.
No. What if I give you a hint? What if I tell you that it was Daniel Murphy and Richard Lovelady?
Oh, what other team did Murphy play for?
Dickie Lovelady counts for 3 of them. Dickie Lovelady played for 7 teams.
He's a journeyman. I thought Blevins would be more.
And a career WAR of 0.4.
Is it Minnesota? Did they play for Minnesota?
Both played for the Cubs.
Oh, wow.
I didn't remember
When did Daniel Murphy play for the Cubs?
Anyway, yeah, there you go.
Wow.
So, Tommy.
Wow. I think this is our 23rd episode.
So now I got to stump you 200 more times, and you'll be with Brock Morgan at 1 for 220.
There we go. I think the Cubs, the Nats traded him to the Cubs in 2018. He played 35 games for the Cubs.
Wow. All right. Well, that was, I feel bad. Tommy wasn't stumped.
Let's go. I feel great. I feel great.
I should have made the rules. I should have made you name all 4.
No, that would have been too hard.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll be back at next weekend with a really hard question.
Okay.
All right. So for the Hall of Fame, I was thinking about it on the way here. I'm going to nominate Juan Soto. Wow. This is, I wasn't sure what the reaction I was going to get. He only won the Nationals their only World Series ever.
This is true.
I'm not sure what could make you hate him after that. Like, I can't imagine.
I don't hate him. I just don't like watching him now.
Because he's too nonchalant?
No, because he's a Met and he's getting paid $765 million.
Well, he's injured right now, so you don't have to watch him.
And he's good. He's so good too.
All right. Well, the rules are it's got to be unanimous. So it sounds like you. If you don't want to vote for him, you don't have to. What's
your pitch? Why should I vote for him?
My pitch? You should vote for him because he won you the World Series, and I never won a World Series.
Yeah, that's true.
And I never won a World Series, so I could only imagine that if somebody won the Mets the World Series, I'd be pretty grateful for a long time. But it sounds like that's not the case.
What if you won the World Series next year, and then 3 years later, Carson Bench signed with the Phillies for $800 million? Or AJ Ewing?
I mean,
what would your
World Series? I don't know. I mean, if he won us the World Series, plus the Mets aren't the Phillies. Come on, you can't put us in that.
Yeah, some would say otherwise. I wouldn't, but
plus the Mets. I mean, maybe if the Mets were good, I'm not sure if Carson. That is a fair comparison.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hate Juan Soto at all.
It sounds like we can't have him. It sounds like we have an.
I respect what he's done, what he did. I love what he did for the Nats. I respect what he's done since.
So you like Howie Kendrick more?
Now we're talking.
Howie Kendrick,
and also Infield Fly Hall of Fame, like
standard is high.
Standard's high.
It's gotta be all positive.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Okay.
And also that the Juan Soto is also like way better than these players in the Hall of Fame.
All right. What can we do? I got a question.
Yeah.
What can we do to get Huascar Brazoban in the Infield Fly Hall of Fame? I've been trying for a long time.
You know what? You want to put him on the ballot?
I'll put him on the ballot. Let's put Huascar Brazoban on the ballot. I know, I understand he's not played for the Nationals and he's played for the Mets, and that's been unwritten rule.
Mm-hmm.
I love unwritten rules on this podcast.
Yeah.
Infield Fly.
Yeah.
But
just like baseball.
But he's not on the Mets anymore.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the Mets. You know, wasn't on the Mets when they were good, even though he was good.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of aura. He played in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, that's true.
Now he's in the Crosstown Classic.
Yeah. You know what?
Kind of awesome. He's 36. And he's on his rookie contract.
Just because he might be the most named player in the history of Infield Fly.
I think that's
I'll go yes. He's a legend of this podcast.
I think he is.
He's a legend of this podcast. So he has to be in the Hall of Fame.
I give myself a lot of of the credit for that.
There we go. I'm voting yes on Huascar Brazoban. Wow.
6 members now of the Infield Fly Hall of Fame. How about that?
Yeah, you want me to read them in order?
Yes, please.
We have Richard Lovelady, Jerry Blevins, Daniel Murphy, Stephen Kwan, Wilson Ramos, and now Huascar Brazoban. Congrats.
What we need to do, maybe we get a chance, is we need to make a little graphic for the final episode of the Infield Fly Hall of Fame.
We should.
Wow. I think
that's just legendary.
It just needs to be. It can't be forgotten. It won't be forgotten.
It won't. It will never be forgotten. You know what they say?
There's a lot of relief pitchers in the Infield Fly Hall of Fame, I've noticed.
yeah. You know what they say? It's what Babe Ruth tells Benny the Jet in the Sandlot during his dream. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Of course.
And now these 6 are legends, and they will never die.
Who knows if they'll be joined? Maybe not. Maybe it'll just be the 6.
Maybe it'll be
I think it'll just be like 6, 7.
6 or 7.
Yeah, 6 in the Infield Fly Hall of Fame. Wow, very great. Maybe we should think about nominating a contributor. You know, think of a contributor section of the.
What do you mean?
In the baseball. Oh, I have an idea now.
What do you mean contributor?
Like journalists.
Okay.
Bat boys. I don't think there's a bat boy in the Hall of Fame. Umpires.
Okay.
You know, executives.
Next week we can just fire off a bunch of nominations.
Think we could do that. What if
Hall of Fame
Palooza? Yeah, I think. Wow. I think that could be
that's
done.
a great idea.
That's a great idea. Lots of great ideas on Infield Fly. Well, congratulations again on the Mets for winning this edition of the Infield Fly World Series. I appreciate Tommy being a good sport about it.
Yeah, and congrats to Oscar Brazaban.
For getting
prestigious.
It's
prestigious
honor. And
election.
I'm so excited to see him.
Yeah.
This weekend. Mets, Sox. Hope that you'll join us there.
All right.
All right. That'll do it for us. We will be back at least one more time.
At least.
Hall of Fame Palooza.
Maybe we could do like a Monday and a Friday next week.
Maybe that's a good idea.
Just so we don't have to say goodbye yet.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
That's right. All right. Well, goodbye for now. Let's go Mets.
Let's go Nats.